Hey guys, Metal Driver here, bringing you another WWE Ultimate Edition review. Today I'll be doing a double review of Series 12, Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. Took me a while to finally review these. I know these have been out for about a month or so, and the reason for that is that I wasn't really interested in these figures. I'm personally not really a fan of Alexa Bliss using the Fiend character. Yeah, I know it's not her fault. That's management. That's their decision. Can't fault Alexa Bliss for that, but still, I don't really like that combination without Bray Wyatt. And then, being that I was a huge fan of the Fiend, I really hated how the WWE treated the character, and how he's not with the company anymore, and that just left a sour taste in my mouth. But, with those biases aside, I am going to review these two figures in an objective manner, and let you know my thoughts on whether or not they're good figures, despite my personal feelings towards the characters. Now, with that being said, we do get images of Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss on the side. We get images on the back, along with some information on both figures. So, enough of that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and open these up and take a closer look at Alexa and the Fiend. Alright, and here we have Alexa and Bray out of the packaging. But before we take a look at the figures, let's look at the accessories that they come with. Bray comes with a pair of open hands that are gloved. They say heal and hurt. The letters are painted very well. He comes with a plastic piece of the jacket, the torso of the jacket, not the sleeves. Detail looks pretty good on the jacket. Some nice sculpt work, good paint on both sides. And then the sleeves are a separate piece. They are articulated, so that's really cool. Good detail on the sleeves. Features double jointed elbows. Some good paint on both set of arms. And then I'll show how those look on the figure at the end of the video. Then he actually comes with not one, but two brand new head sculpts. The first one we're going to look at is the alternate head sculpt. This has the mouth open wide on the mask, which looks really nice. The detail on this mask head looks really good. I love the eyes. Paint came out very well all over. The teeth look really good. Really good paint on this. And the hair is sculpted differently than the previous Bray figures, so it's off to the side. Some good paint here. There's a good image of the right eye. That looks really nice. You get the strap of the mask on the back. Looks pretty decent. And then Alexa has two open gloved hands. They are white instead of black. You do see some white nail polish. The left glove says pain, whereas the right says play. Good lettering on both hands. And then we get a soft goods black shirt and a pink shirt. It's got Velcro on the back, so you do put this on Alexa Bliss, and then you put this underneath the dress that she comes with, so the dress will go over that. And speaking of the dress, this looks really nice. It's got this black leathery look. Obviously, it's not real leather. Got a Alexa Bliss logo right here. Some nice whites and pinks on the black dress. Straps look really good. Velcro on the back. So again, this dress goes over either the pink or the black shirt. I'll show how that looks at the end of the video. Then looking at Alexa's alternate head sculpt. This is brand new, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't recall seeing this face scan or the hair piece. The pigtails are put up in this bun, which looks really nice. Good sculpt work there. The expression on the face is very dead looking. It's supposed to be when she's in her fiend state of mind, her evil trance. The eyes are painted in white, which looks really good. The eyeshadow around the eyes look really nice. The lips look good. The eyebrows look good. Hair is sculpted really well. So really nice head scan here. Then continuing on with Alexa Bliss, looking at the head sculpt that comes right on the figure. The face scan is not brand new, at least I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's the same one that was used with Elite 82. I don't have that figure, so I can't really compare it with it. And then I'm pretty sure the hair piece was used before. I think I actually have an Alexa with that hair piece. But I think this combination looks really good. The face is sculpted really well. The paint looks good on the lips, the eyes, the eyebrows, the teeth. Hair's got some nice paint sculpted in this blonde color, a whitish yellow, and it's got this hot pink going from the tips all the way and bleeding into the blonde, so that looks really good. So a really nice head scan. Really happy with how this turned out. Then looking at the default Fiend head sculpt that comes on Bray Wyatt. This mask is sculpted really, really nicely. I want to say this is brand new, at least the mask part. I could be wrong, this could just be the same one that was used with the previous Bray figures. It is painted really nicely. You got blacks on the inside of the mouth, the teeth look all grimy and nasty. The black around the eyes look really good. Same thing with the sharp edges here. The whitish flesh tone on the mask looks good. Mostly white, it does kind of bleed a little bit of flesh tone colors in there. Now this side of the mask does look a little bit sloppier than the right side, but it still looks nice. I think it works for the Fiend. The eyes in the mask look really good. And then the hair here sculpted really nicely. This is a new sculpt. It's all slicked back. Looks really good. Really like how both of the head scans turned out on the Fiend. Then look at the Fiend's body. This is different from the previous Ultimate Fiend figure. Sculpt work on the body looks really good. Some nice detail here. This is a long sleeve version, so the arms are not exposed. Really nice how the detail looks on the sleeves. Some more detail on the back, so that looks really good. You've got the ties on the side, painted really well. Some nice reds there. Same thing on this side, looks pretty good. Then look at the lower body. Looks to be the same legs that were used on the other Fiend figures. I'm pretty sure the red is a little bit brighter. I will be comparing this with the previous Ultimate Fiend, so we'll get a better look at how that looks side by side. But again, I'm pretty sure it's the same. Paint looks really good on the black lines. Doesn't seem to be anything that's majorly mispainted, anything that looks bad. Boots look good. You've got red on the boots and on the top of the feet right here. So it looks pretty nice. And then before I forget, looking at the gloves here, they are gripping hands. It says hurt, painted really well. And then the left hand says heal, and that's also painted well. Doesn't seem to be anything that's majorly mispainted. Nothing that looks too sloppy in my opinion. Then taking a look at Alexa's body. The top looks really good, painted well. Got some good silver and black in there, looks really nice. Straps are painted very well. Looks crisp and clean, good line work. Same thing on the back. She does feature this elongated torso. We've seen this many times before with Alexa figures and Sasha Banks. I'm personally not a big fan of it. I think it's a tad bit too long. I wish it was just a little bit shorter. To me, it reminds me of those cats that are stretched out. So personally, I would like to see this torso retired, but it's not a big deal. It still works just fine. The arms look good. She's got her white gloves. It says play on the right glove. Painted really well. You've got paint on the left glove. White glove looks good. Then look at the lower body. The trunks are black and silver, same color scheme. Paint looks okay. I do see a little bit more fuzzy work around the lines here. A little bit of missing paint right there, so top part looks better on the figure, lower part not so much. Then we see some silver specks right here. I'm pretty sure that is not intentional. Side here looks pretty good, and then this side looks okay. Then look at the legs. Fish nets are painted really well, looks really good. Line work on the nets are nicely painted. We got knee pads with white lines going around, which look good. Could use an extra coat of paint right there, but not a big deal. The calves have a nice texture right here, so that looks good. And then her shoes look really nice. I like the paint work here. It says play on the right shoe, painted very well. Some good designs there. Some nice playful designs here on the top of the right foot. Then look at the left shoe. You've got paint, some blood dripping, and an image painted really well. Alright, then going over the articulation, the head is on a ball joint. It doesn't look high up at all. Looks not really down either, so no up and down movement, that sucks. Does turn side to side and not really tilt. Shoulder goes that high up, rotates all the way around, biceps swivel, double jointed elbows, good range there. Even better range. A swivel and hinge at the wrist, a ball joint at the upper diaphragm. She doesn't really go that far forward. She does go further back. She pivots pretty well. And then she has a waist swivel. Legs go that far out. They go that high up. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Rotation at the calf. Ankle goes that high up. That far down. So excellent range of motion. There is some slight ankle pivot and toe articulation. Then looking at Bray's articulation. Head goes not really high up. Goes further down. So that's a little bit better. Can turn side to side and not really pivot. Shoulder goes that high up. It rotates all the way around. There is a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Really good range there. A swivel and hinge at the wrist. Ball joint at the diaphragm. He crunches that far forward. He goes that far back. He can pivot slightly. Twist a little bit. Then he does have a waist swivel. Legs go that far out. They go that high up. There is a thigh cut, double jointed knees, a cut at the top of the boot, ankle goes that high up, it goes that far down. He's got some slight ankle pivot and toe articulation. Alright, and here's the new Series 12 Ultimate Bray Wyatt next to Funhouse Bray Wyatt. Here he is next to the original released version of the Elite Fiend with the brown colored hair. Here he is next to the second release with the corrected blonde hair. And then finally here he is next to the original Ultimate Edition Fiend. And I completely forgot that his boots were different on the original Ultimate Edition, so looks like they are using different parts. So that's pretty cool. And then here's the Ultimate Edition Alexa Bliss next to two other Alexa figures that I own. And this one on the right, that was the pigtailed hair piece that I was thinking of, and these two hair sculpts are different. So that's good. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on Series 12 Ultimate Edition Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss? Well, as I said at the beginning of the video, I did have a bias towards these two, mainly because of how the characters have been booked, which kind of gave me this lack of a desire to have these in my collection, but I did say that I was going to review these two in an objective manner, and after taking them out of the package, messing around with them, having them in my hands, I can honestly say these are pretty good figures. No, these are actually great figures. I'm pleasantly surprised with how much I'm actually enjoying them, and I really think I changed my mind on these two, at least as far as the figures go. I'm still not a fan of how the Fiend has been booked, or was booked, and I'm still not too crazy about Alexa having the Fiend persona without Bray Wyatt in the picture, but that aside, I think these are really great. So if you're a fan of these two, I think you're gonna really love these figures, and even if you're not the biggest fan, I think these are still worth having in your collection. The accessories are great, the new head scans look really good. I like the soft goods pieces of clothing that Alexa Bliss comes with. Now, I will say, putting the dress on the figure was a bit of a pain. I do like how the black under the dress looks and the pink under the dress looks. But as I said, it was a bit tough to put on, so I think I might just end up having Alexa stay like this, so that way I don't have to keep taking the dress off, putting it back on. But aside from that, really solid, and I think they're worth picking up. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. If you want a chance to get a shout out in the next video, leave a comment down below. Just like several of you did with my Elite 31 Rock review. I posted that late Thursday night as a Throwback Thursday / Flashback Friday. Seems like a lot of you enjoyed that, so I don't mind doing something like that where I do a Flashback Friday, Throwback Thursday, something like that. Let me know in the comments, what kind of older figures would you like showcased on a Flashback Friday type of video. Follow me on social media so you can be up to date with all my wrestling figure photography, and I'll see you next time.